It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to NBA playoff basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Got Kenny the Jet Smith, got Shaquille O'Neal. Time to get ready for this crucial Game 4 of the opening round. Tonight, we'll be watching the Los Angeles Clippers playing against the San Antonio Spurs at AT&T Center. Well, for San Antonio, Game 3, a win on their home court. They'll look to do it again tonight, and no question, these home fans are fired up. And this is a pivotal game for them, a chance to take a 3-1 series lead. After stealing home court, how important is it, Kenny, that they win here tonight?
It's huge, Ernie. No question about it. Because if you lose this one, you lose, basically, you're back into a 3-game series. And how can you say you have an advantage in a 3-game series? You have to get this one.
It's big time, Ernie. This is one of those games where whoever wins, I think, will have control of the series.
We're at the sold-out arena in San Antonio, Texas. Glad you could join us. It's Game 4 of the Western Conference quarterfinals live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Spurs with some changes. David West, he's checked in for Duncan. Thompson comes in for Manu Ginobili. And it's Mills in for Parker. And the Clippers with a change here, too. J.J. Redick's checked in for Jamal Crawford. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan. Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. And it's Green in at the 3. Thompson misses.
He just never looks comfortable when he's that far away from the basket.
The drive by Paul. Now the pass to Griffin. Takes the 12-footer and hits. Griffin's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
Dishes it to Thompson. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
Well, the points count, but I wouldn't bet the defense rushes out to prevent another shot attempt from out there. That's way out there.
Paul outside. Green with a screen for Paul. The drive by Green, and a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And poor shot selection there, not a high percentage look for him. Green dishes to Redick. Outside Griffin. Pass to Green. 6 on the shot clock. The feed to Paul. Wide open. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Leonard with the ball, and Griffin picks him up defensively. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Shots good by Mills.
These defenders had better start closing out on those shooters.
That's 2 in a row, and we call that a streak.
Pass to Redick from past the arc. Offensive rebound.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
And Thompson kicks to Aldridge. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
Feeds it to Redick. Jacks up a 3. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there, going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for them.
And it's blocked by Jordan. Hands with the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. A different look now for San Antonio. Kyle Anderson comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Green in for Kawhi Leonard. Johnson, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Augustine comes in for Chris Paul.
And boy, has he been struggling big time here in the quarter.
Yeah, he's played tight. I mean, you can see it. No flow at all to his game right now.
Augustine passes to Griffin. A fadeaway J off the mark. Cannot hit. Some great action here early. And Blake Griffin grew up playing the game alongside his older brother. His dad was his coach.
You know, watching him kind of go.
Well, talking about, so San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. A big group substitution here for the Clippers. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Griffin. Green comes in for Johnson. J.J. Redick's checked in for Jamal Crawford. And Paul's subbed in for Augustine. So for the Clippers right now, Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. Jordan is out there with Wright, and it's Green in at the 3, the small forward. The Spurs shooting their first free throws of the game. And it's tied up with that one. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Paul dishes to Green. And Wright kicks to Green. Pass to Redick. And it's Paul, top the key. 4 on the shot clock. From about 19 feet, but they recover it. The Spurs have gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. Leonard against Paul. Here's Thompson. And it's Thompson again missing.
And he has slipped into a funk, Clark. You can see the confidence is shaking.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, he's very much deflated. The basket looks a lot smaller to him at this point, and the only way you can get out of it is to work yourself out of it.
His ball distribution tonight just as good as it gets.
Yeah, it sure has been. I mean, all you have to do is look at the numbers. There's no lying in those totals.
Well, Clark, we've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
Yeah, we sure have. I mean, it's been a bit of a windshield wiper game. I mean, back and forth, the lead has gone 5 times, so no one in clear control yet.
And, guys, I think each team knows they can win this game, just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Inside, Green, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
Nobody near Leonard. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They lost their last game on Tuesday.
Yeah, in a game where offensively they were about as inconsistent as you're ever going to see them.
They needed to make a few runs, but it just never happened for them. And when you can't string things together, it's tough sledding. It's a tough way to go. They got to bring the double team on him.
I would have already sort of expected to see that.
The Clippers have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7.
Complete domination. What a game for Green. He's got 10 points, and he has 1 steal to his credit as well.
And Clark, he's just done a great job defensively. That 1 steal doesn't tell the whole story.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Jordan the screen. Paul goes in. Jordan kicks to Redick. From deep three-point range, the Clippers rebound, and the wide-open shot from Green. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. So a tie game here as we...
All right, Kevin.
Welcome back as we get set to continue. So for the Clippers, Johnson, he's checked in for Green. Redick comes in for Jamal Crawford. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Chris Paul. Thompson in at shooting guard. Green is out there with Anderson. And it's Mills. And it's West in at the center position. That's the San Antonio 5.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open.
Thompson with the bucket.
And with their hot shooting here in the second half, their field goal percentage over 50% now for the game.
Yeah, it's not a surprise then to see them out in front the way they've been efficient offensively in this half and actually throughout the entire game.
And there's Green on the assist by Thompson. Green's got 9 points. In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Spurs.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
They have, but you also can't overlook how well they've defended the rim, as they've challenged every shot and also gotten quite a few blocks as well.
Augustine from outside. Offensive rebound. Jordan the pass to Augustine. There's 53 seconds left to play in the third. Got a piece of it. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop. Drops in the breakaway layup. He's got 9.
That one was solid. There's a big difference in the field goal percentages between these two teams here in the second half.
And, Greg, that difference has come about because we've got one team moving crisply, getting good shots, and the other is just kind of stagnant.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on it.
Spurs leading by 14. Here's Green. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. The Spurs have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. And so it's San Antonio who's scraped by with the win. And now they're sitting on a commanding 3-1 lead. They've grabbed this series by the throat, Greg.
Well, guys, I'm here with Tim.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Kawhi Leonard.
I don't know if there's a fan base that loves their star more than this.
And we are still early in the postseason. There's more.
2K Sports pregame show.
A very big Game 5 is upon us here in round 1 of the NBA playoffs. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Joining me, Kenny the Jet Smith, and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. In this game, we'll see the San Antonio Spurs going up against the Los Angeles Clippers at Staples Center. Well, for the Clippers, they were unable to grab one on the road in Game 4. But back on their home court, we'll see if what they need is a little home cooking. And this is it, an opportunity to just nail down this series. Shaq, when you're on the verge of closing out a team, what is the key to getting that done?
You're facing a team with a high level of desperation. You have to go in with the mindset, Ernie, whatever it takes.
You want to just crush their spirit, Ernie. Crush their spirit. Get on the attack and make them start to lose their
2K Sports is proud to present to you Game 5 of this first round Western Conference matchup. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues. Reddick's checked in for Jamal Crawford. Then for the Spurs, West is checked in for Duncan. Thompson comes in for Manu Ginobili. And it's Mills in for Parker. On the floor for San Antonio, Thompson in at shooting guard. West out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. Then it's Mills, and it's Leonard in at the 3 slot. Reddick with the bucket.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
Spurs leading by 5. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Kevin, I briefly spoke with Doc Rivers. He talked about how his team would respond with their backs to the wall. He said, we all know that a loss here would be a bitter end to our season. Fortunately, we're on our home floor and convinced we'll be on our way back to their house when this one's over. We wouldn't mind an extra game, guys.
And as always, Doris, thank you. Redick with a screen on Leonard. The drive by Paul. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
No, it always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
Leonard against Redick. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Griffin. 14 feet away. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Here's Thompson. And it's Thompson again missing. Clippers trail by 5. Redick inside the line. Mills with the rebound.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Thompson with the bucket.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Johnson, he's checked in for Green. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Chris Paul. Spurs also with the sub. Green's checked in. Redick against Thompson. And Redick kicks to Griffin. Makes it off the glass.
You know, getting that first make is key after 4 misses to start, guys. I mean, hopefully he can build on that.
Thompson outside. From deep. Can't hit. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Thursday's loss was a disappointment.
Yeah, I had the chills watching that. It really was a nightmare defensively for them when you go into that building and get punished by some very hot shooting.
They didn't challenge the shooters. They didn't defend the shooters like they should have. But once the fans got into it and the arena started ramping up and cranking up, it was over.
Augustine, that's good.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
San Antonio leading. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's West. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Jordan's got 3 rebounds now in this one. A 3 ball. Augustine, no luck. Green. Shot is off. And Spurs head coach Greg Popovich, very demanding. Throughout the years, he was hardest on his point guard, Tony Parker. And here's what Parker... Even though it seems a group substitution here for the Clippers. Griffin's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Green comes in for Wright. J.J. Redick's checked in for Jamal Crawford. And Paul subbed in for Augustine. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. David West, he's checked in for Duncan. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Kyle Anderson. Thompson, he's checked in for Manu Ginobili. And it's Mills in for Tony Parker. On the floor for San Antonio, Thompson in a 2-guard. Green is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's West, and it's Mills in at the 1 spot. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throws. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
And Griffin, here we go.
You know, they've changed their game here in the second. Getting a little bit more physical, playing with some toughness now.
And I'm looking for them to increase that lead if they can keep getting to the free throw line.
And he sinks the second. Spurs trail by 7. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
And it's good.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Paul kicks to Griffin. Redick against Thompson. Redick with the bucket. Redick's got the lead up to 7 now for the Clippers. For San Antonio, they've gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second, 5 of 10. Paul with the ball. Now Green defending. The shot's good from Paul. Paul's got 9 points in the quarter.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feel.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Clippers leading by 9.
Clearly a 2-for-1 situation here, guys.
Oh, without question, Greg. I mean, the wise move would be to get themselves a quick shot so they have an opportunity to get that 2-for-1.
This shot's just, it's not there right now. With this team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. On the wing, Green. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And even though he missed that, you have to take those shots when you get the opportunity.
Exactly. They don't come much better or easier than that.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
And so that brings the first half to a close. Clippers lead by 11. And time now to go courtside as we...
Coach, you're going...
Welcome back as we get set to continue. It's a big group substitution here for the Clippers. Jarrell Wright's checked in for Griffin. Johnson comes in for Green. J.J. Redick's checked in for Jamal Crawford. And D.J. Augustine subbed in for Chris Paul. San Antonio also making some changes. Anderson, he's checked in for Duncan. Thompson comes in for Manu Ginobili. And it's Mills in for Tony Parker. D.J. Augustine out there with J.J. Redick. Then it's Johnson, then it's Jarrell Wright, and it's Jordan in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
Move it.
Spurs trail by 10. The dish to Anderson. Out to Thompson. Augustine with the steal. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Jordan against Aldridge. Pass to Augustine. Just 5 to shoot. They get the rebound and another shot. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. The Clippers have gone 7 of 11 from the line. The first one falls. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for the Clippers. Paul comes in for DJ Augustine. Then for the Spurs, Tim Duncan, he's checked in for West. Thompson comes in for Daniel Green. And Tony Parker subbed in for Patty Mills. On the floor for San Antonio, Thompson, he's in at shooting guard. Aldridge out there with Duncan. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Parker in at the 1.
Getting to the stripe is something they've been doing a lot of in the second half, guys.
And when you're behind, it's a good strategy. Not only do you get points, but you also get to set your defense. He needed to convert on all of those. Missed opportunities at the line are the last thing they need right now.
Jordan the screen. Outside, Green. Fade away. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Leonard the pass to Parker. Thompson dishes to Duncan. Parker with no one around. That's good, and so Duncan with the assist. 6 points for Tony Parker.
Tim Duncan, even in his advanced years, showing you that great vision and still getting it done. Nice pass.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
During that break, Coach Rivers had some words for his team. He said, guys, the whole season comes down to right now. The stakes are high, but we know what we have to do. Stay aggressive, stick together, and make shots. We can do this.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Here's Griffin. That one off the back iron and out.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going in this quarter. What a bucket at one of the more crucial moments of the game.
How about the cool, collected way in which he delivered it? Clutch.
Leonard against Paul. The jump hook. Very makes it.
Well, you know what? Griffin's got him falling in right now, that's for sure.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And it's Thompson again missing. Paul with the ball. He's picked up by Parker.
That's a wall.
The shot will not go. So the Spurs will take it the other way. He dishes it to Thompson. Feeds it to Duncan. Parker kicks to Aldridge. Great D that time from Griffin.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
And you know what? Smart fouls. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure, it's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
And he does get the second one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Thompson passes to Aldridge. Leonard kicks to Parker. Right side Leonard. From outside the arc. Missed. So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. People were...
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation. Blake Griffin. For some guys, a double-double is a great night, but he makes it a regular occasion. And we are still early in the postseason. There's more round one action of the NBA playoffs coming your way. For Shaq and Kenny the Jet Smith and Kevin Harlan,